Gist with Lizzie. It still remains the same channel, the same platform, Gist with Lizzie. We are welcoming you. Welcome the one and only, the voice, Mr. OBX, the voice. Welcome again to the show. Thank you so much for coming.
Thanks for having me.
On my left, we welcome Pastor Bentley.
That's right, Bentley.
Bentley. Oh, wow. Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Your name sounds like this Obodo Ibo name people. No, thank you so much for being here. We really appreciate you. Thank you. So today is a kind of a confusing story, but I will still read it because I see it as a transfer of aggression. But let me read the story so that we can deliberate on it and understand what is going on. So remember, our audience, you can like, comment, and share. And please do not forget our Thursday giveaways. Very important. We always talk about it. So remember our Thursday giveaways. So I am going to go straight to the story now. The story is sent from a lady, and she said, I am a bit confused because I do not even know where I went wrong. She said here, I had a misunderstanding with my husband 2 weeks ago because he gave me 2,000 naira to cook indomie for myself and my child and my mother-in-law. I went to buy the indomie, cooked it, and shared it. It was not enough to go around, so I only shared it between my mother-in-law and my 2 kids, and they ate and went to bed. Me seated for a while, I waited for my husband for him to come in before going to bed. When he came in, he asked, what did you people eat? And I explained to him, this is what happened. The indomie was not enough for everybody. I gave Momsi, which is her mother-in-law, and the children, and they ate and went to bed. Now, on hearing this, he asked me why would I say such a thing, and he flared up. He started saying all sorts of things, and I was confused what the argument was about. I didn't complain to him of being hungry. Neither did I complain to him that the money was not enough. But he felt a need to quarrel, and he felt a need to get angry. The next thing, he started shouting on top of his voice, saying how I don't know how to manage things and how I go out to tell people he do not take care of the family. He broke a piece of mirror and intended to stab me with it, claiming I could do nothing. After the fight, I went to sleep, and the next morning, I greeted him. He didn't respond. Up till now, I am still trying to figure out what the problem is, because ever since that day, till this moment I am sending this message, my husband has refused talking to me. Neither does he eat food when I make it. Is it that I was wrong for not eating? Or is it that I was wrong for sharing the food among the children and his mother? I am very confused. I do not know what the problem is. Please help me out. What do I do? So this one now is a state of confusion. So what would you say about this?
She doesn't know what the problem is.
No, she doesn't. She can't even fathom where the problem is coming from.
I don't think Pastor Bentley and I know what the problem is either. It's crazy, man. Dude just has a lot going on, to be honest. Well, I just think his reaction or the gentleman's attitude of overreacting is it stems from maybe unresolved conflict from the past, maybe or maybe he just has something that is weighing him down emotionally, and that particular episode, which I personally don't see
as an issue,
what the fuss is about, just triggered that thing that is irritating his heart or his spirit, so to speak. So honestly, I mean, we are just discussing this. We don't know. We're not.
We can't tell.
Players
Because it's confusing.
But I think there's maybe a bit of a lack of emotional maturity on the part of the man.
In what
Because,
aspects?
why? Why is he tripping? For crying out loud. You give your wife money to cook something. She cooked it. I don't know whether he was meant to be factored into the meal of noodles, other than his their kids, the mother-in-law and the woman herself. I don't know if she ate. I didn't get that part. Whether she was. So what the hell is this freaking problem? What's So he should, whatever it is, he should deal with it. And then the leaving a woman, his wife, in a bubble of confusion, and then he's
going
now
on for 2
going
weeks.
on with malice. It just shows that probably the person that has a problem is one not even admitting or aware that he has a problem. How much more even trying to address it? They're making a fuss over nothing because of just
Food.
So I don't know. Maybe probably Pastor
Definitely
has a perspective on this, but because I think
it's
there's
confusing.
just something
Yeah.
going on that we absolutely don't know.
Actually, I want to see it in this light.
Okay.
He gave the wife 2,000.
Yeah, to make noodles. Yeah.
And then she eventually did that, and it was not enough to go round. So because it wasn't enough, she decided not to eat.
And share among the people.
And
People,
share
yeah.
among her mother-in-law
And her kids.
and her kids.
Yeah.
That's being considerate of the fact that it won't be enough for everyone. And when the man saw that, the man knew she never ate the food.
He asked, and she explained that this is what happened. It wasn't enough, so I shared it like this.
So some men could not take it because at that point he felt ridiculed. He felt ridiculed from the angle of low self-esteem, not being able to provide enough.
But she did not complain.
No, saying that she did not eat the food.
Okay, it's emphasizing
So,
on it.
The man is in between. What will my mother be thinking of me?
But the mother ate the food.
The mother ate the food, yes, but could it be that my mother is thinking that I'm not able to take care of my family? So, thinking from that angle will make the man feel the woman made it too obvious that it was not enough. Now, this is the light at which I'm looking at.
Okay.
I you know what I'm saying?
Okay.
So, the man felt that the woman would have eaten a little, and then let it be that we ate, but we are not satisfied. Rather than not eating at all, it's like not eating at all, like you're being angry. Because if it is not enough, it is not for you not to eat.
But she did not complain.
No, you don't need to complain.
Yeah. So
It got quite
if
confusing.
you did not eat the food,
Okay.
so what are you going to eat?
it's almost like a subtle way of bruising his ego.
That's it.
Like, more like saying,
That's
okay, dude, you just gave me $2,000 to make a meal for an entire family. Of all meals, even noodles, which is like baseline.
That's it.
And I'm trying to communicate it to you with the tact and the demeanor of the woman of the house or woman that it's not enough to go around.
That's it.
But there has been a lot of conversations have been on the rise over the years about the need for communication be it in a family unit or between a couple or whatever, that it should be like the mainstay of every human relationship that wants to thrive. So if that act, that gesture of not being a partaker in the meal is her own way of communicating that message that what you gave to us was not enough, then probably she needs to, tweak her own style of communicating messages.
Yeah.
Bearing in mind that you're dealing with humans that have emotions that could interpret actions or inactions in so many ways, in a diversity of ways.
Okay.
So that is another way to look at it.
I'm a bit confused here.
But yeah, well, we're trying to douse the confusion. So,
because now I'm a bit confused.
So these are just we're just creating scenarios because we're not members of this family. We're just discussing of this particular thing that manifested. So I also think that he should be a bit more forthcoming in confronting situations like this. If you were not comfortable with the fact that your spouse did not partake in a meal that she made by virtue of the resource I provided, whether or not it was inadequate, then we didn't get a mention of him speaking to her and like, hey babe, how far now? Why you not eat? Why you not eat now? It just makes me feel a certain. Why not? So what thing they try communicate to me? What you want to try tell me? That kind of thing, that kind of that will then smoothing, the would I say the edges that have been fanned by a lot of maybe speculations of why this happened or why this did not happen. So it still comes back to the communication between these two people. They're making a matter as basic and as simplistic as this, and just making it just creating a web of complexity.
The reason why I say I'm a bit confused here is this. Sir, you are making emphasis on maybe his ego was bruised, that my mother is around, you're supposed to make everywhere look as if everything is okay, even if everything is not okay. But she did not complain. I'm still emphasizing on this. Do you understand? I cook food and I see that this food is not going to go round. Momsi will not stay in my house forever. Do you understand? She's probably a guest. And I feel, okay, instead of Momsi to have a wrong impression, Momsi should eat. Then you serve your children. They eat. Then you just chill, you relax. Probably, maybe she wasn't that hungry. And she just chill and relax. And the husband came in and asked, how did you... Do you understand? I gave you money. What did you use it to do? And she not explained. How is his ego being bruised that this is what I did? I didn't go to Momsi and say, Momsi, the food is not going to be enough so you and the children will eat.
We are not talking about her facial expression.
Oh, okay.
We are not talking about the tone at
which she responded.
Yes, all of that is.
These are all factors for consideration.
Oh, okay.
So please, sir, if you're following the program, I'd like you to send a message so as to detail what actually got you pissed off about the program.
Exactly.
What actually is the problem? Because it's kind of confusing.
Since you cannot discuss it with your wife and you want us to deliberate on it and then probably bring a solution, please, I would like you to tell us exactly your pain. So
where is paining you from? Yeah. But you don't see this as a transfer of aggression. Maybe as he was coming back, somebody pissed him off and he's transferring.
If that was the case, it wouldn't have lingered for a week. There is a way the woman behaved that actually got him irritated. Like there is something you are trying to bring out of this.
Okay.
You are trying to send a message to my mother that is a visitor. It's like you're trying to bring some lapses from my angle. That's the point he looked at it. And a man will never want you to bring to make him look like
he's a failure. Okay.
Of taking care of his family. No man will take that. It doesn't matter how broke
he is.
He will never want to take that. That's
interesting. I was looking at it as a past aspect of she being an understanding wife knowing that
I
hubby
think
doesn't
that
have at this particular moment. Let's just, do you understand?
if you have a meal in the house and it's not enough, I think the best way, share it together. You that is not eating, you may likely get ulcer.
Yeah.
Yes, that's the truth. So it's better to eat the little and then
That is
wait-
available.
Yes, then wait for more. Instead of not eating at all, and then maybe she sat at a lonely place.
And maybe she's not looking at somebody that is
These are the things
depressed
we need
and
to
thinking
find
about
out.
her life. And
Yes. Like, for how long are we going to be struggling about meal? She kept that kind of face.
Yeah.
I've suffered in this marriage. Oh.
Yeah, true. Yeah.
So all those postures that will make the man really feel bad. Like,
okay, yeah. Because there's a kind of expression she will give
That's
that
it.
like, honey, you're back. What happened? You didn't eat? The money no reach, oh, the money will you give me no reach, or that kind of
I
thing or
told
something.
you that the 2,000 will
Will not be enough.
So I know it now. So
You make it
that's
so obvious that this is what happened.
That's it.
But
Okay.
did she the lady did she mention? It wasn't stated.
It wasn't
So
stated.
No,
that
it
she,
wasn't
she
stated.
actually communicated it to him that the funds were not going to be wasn't going to be enough.
No, she didn't state.
She
She,
didn't state it.
she only said, she
Yeah.
only stated that he came back and asked, how did you, do you understand? Maybe probably he knew that it was not going to be enough. But
That's
maybe
it.
because this is what I have, just use it. Do you understand? And maybe as he came back to ask, Aya, how did you manage today? Maybe her response, the manner, like you said, the manner and way she used in responding to him was okay.
And then
Okay.
her posture where he met the woman, maybe it wasn't a kind of family setting.
Okay.
She went and looked for her own corner and then sat down quietly. You can't be hungry and you are playing around with children.
No, it's not possible.
So you can't
need a
do
lot of
that.
stamina.
Yeah. So the man
Yeah.
probably he came and then met a very stuffy home.
Atmosphere not
So
being calm. Yeah.
cold.
Okay.
Yeah.
Then he was prompted to ask,
What's going
how
on?
did
Right.
you manage it? Because for him to have asked, then there was a setting he saw. There was some abnormality in the house.
Right.
So that's it.
This is quite interesting because the way I say it's quite interesting. Most people or most ladies will say she's just being understanding. She was just she didn't want to provoke or ask him to bring more. When do you understand? But looking at it from your own kind of aspect now, your perspective, I think it shows more light.
That's it.
Do you understand? It shows more light, honestly. So
So
It's serious. Yeah.
I think the solution is not to frown at your wife. She may have a wrong way to communicate to you about her feelings, but I think she did a good job to have served your mother and the kids.
Yeah. So
And
she
then
deserves some
decided
credit
to
for
take
that.
the bait.
Yeah.
I think no matter her facial expression and whatever you feel she might be, the message you
She was
feel
passing
is
to
like,
you,
"Ah."
yeah.
So, but I think you need to overlook that and then
Look
try
at what
to-
she did.
to appreciate her for what she did,
Yeah.
and then go more closer to your wife. She also went through pain to stay hungry. And then
As in,
try to reassure her that this thing will not be forever.
Yeah.
Because it is actually lapses on the part of the man. It is a man's responsibility to take care of his home, feed your family well.
Absolutely.
So I think you failed in that area.
Emphasis on well.
No, you have to feed them well. Feed your family well. Because this same woman that is not well fed, you are back home, you may have urges and you want to have sex.
Yeah.
And you want a hungry woman to satisfy you in bed. That's crazy, bro.
We're crazy. It's just
So
a
calm
joke.
down yourself,
It'd
take care of your
That'll be
woman.
delusional.
Apologize if you need to. And tell her that you're going to make things rosy for her. That's what you're supposed to do. Rather than frowning and then make her feel guilty for taking
Of
care
trying to
your
help.
mom and she might not have handled the matter in the right way.
Okay, yeah.
The way that will cover you, because this is about you now. You feel she would have done it in a way that it will not be noticed by anyone.
Yeah.
But don't be selfish. Don't be selfish.
Be considerate.
You should go close to your wife and then appreciate her for what she did, and then promise her things will get better.
At least he should be consoled by the fact that
That's it.
he has just one person, one disillusioned or unpredictable individual, to deal with. Imagine if he had 4 of them. She could have as well said, okay, $2,000, dude, it's not going to cut it. And he goes and comes back, and he has not just a hungry and a somewhat angry wife, then he has 2 hungry, restless children. That's and one disgruntled mother-in-law or mother,
Right.
Put together.
So, if she was selfless enough to have pulled that off, especially with the realities of the times in Nigeria, because I want to believe that this thing that played out happened here in our country.
Of course,
he should be giving her props. Okay, don't worry. I'm not going to make a fuss of it. Relax. I'm going to see what I can do to
take care of
everyone.
Yeah.
But I'm not going to be a partaker of this for some reason. What that reason is, it behoves on him to find out and then make amends. Because just like my bro said, it's his responsibility through and through. So he should come through.
That's it.
Do you get it? So however she must have reacted or whatever, like Liz was saying something about her not complaining. We know that for the women, for the feminine gender, there are peculiarities to how women perceive and express concerns, worry, and all of that about situations and all of that. She could even literally be smiling at you, and she's so freaking pissed off.
That's true.
So, dude should take a chill pill and stop acting up. Man up and take charge of your home and do the needful and calm all frayed nerves, and make sure that he makes everyone and keeps everyone happy.
Because
it's
if
not
he
simple.
Continues that way, I think the woman will get choked up, and then there's going to be a burst out of quarrel.
Of course.
And out of that, a lot of things will be speeded out.
They're not even supposed to be speeded out in the first place.
You get to hear words like, I have been starving in this house long ago.
I've been enduring this for too long.
So look at me, none of my dresses is sizing me anymore. So, and all of that. So it should calm the situation down.
It's a serious one. To my ladies out there, it might be confusing. Because you might be trying to be an understanding wife and all that, but the way you're communicating it is not the way it should be communicated. I just learned that one today, but it is well. It is well. So I thank you so much. Thank you. We just have to wrap up the segment, because if we continue, there are so many things that we still have to put hands into and put light into, because in the aspect of marriage, it's very complex. It's so complex. We still have so many things talked about, but we just have to wrap up the segment from here. Thank you so much, sir. Thank you so much for being here. I really appreciate you coming. Thank you, sir. I really appreciate it.
Thank you for having me.
It's going to be until next time on the same channel. It's still Gist with Lizzie. So, see ya. Bye.